Today we have with us UK Solicitor and Advocate Mr. Ravi Shah. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us for this discussion. Firstly, I would want to know that because you have been associated with these conclaves from some time, how do you see that the present conclave has evolved from its predecessors, and how do you think that it has moved forward in shaping the Indian legal system as such?
So I think what I believe is that there has been a lot of research involved in coming to this stage in this conclave, and having heard Sahib Ji over the previous conclaves and this one, you can see that initially the Sahib Ji had the vision, but there was a lot of research that a lot of people were doing without knowing where this research is going or going to be used. And through the conclaves, the concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam started culminating into something much more refined, something much more filtered, something much more pointed that the youth of today and public at large can generally understand the purpose of it. So what I feel is that the way the conclave has shaped today, it's in a shape where a common man can understand the purpose, what is Sahib Ji's vision, what is he trying to avert through this concept and the exhibition of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam.
We spoke about balancing rights and duties. We spoke about Article 31B, Article 31C, and how property has seen such a tremendous shift from being a part of fundamental rights as such to Article 300A and all the Land Acquisition Acts 1894, 2013. So how do you see the entire discussion? And what are your viewpoints on aspect of property as such under the Constitution?
What stuck for me during this last session was the point that Sahib Ji made about the reverse brain drain. So,
right.
As we were talking about livelihood, right to property, the question came up as to, why is the opportunity not available for the citizens of India within India, and why is it that people are going abroad and, building large organizations and creating capital for them. And I think Sahib Ji's viewpoint was very interesting, that whatever policies we are seeing today geopolitically with US curbing on immigration, that has created this forced reverse brain drain. And as that reverse brain drain comes home to India, looks at development of India, it will have a lot of positive impact, in my view, in terms of the overall vision of Viksit Bharat.
It was pointed out that the infrastructural capacity is something that we are still building on, and that is one of the primary reasons for brain drain that we see. So, sir, in that context, do you think it's only the infrastructural capacities, or it is also somewhere related to a colonial mindset that the people have, believing the fact that the West can teach us more than what we actually have, believing the fact that Western universities can guide us more than our own traditional universities? So, for example, we have always had BHU. BHU has always been applauded for a lot of things over time. So, do you think that it is also us as individuals, as somebody who has been ruled by the Britishers, that we have that kind of a mindset that we prefer to move to the West for education?
See, I have a slightly different take. I feel that every country has a different system of education. And the beginning, in most cases, or in a lot of cases, is people travel overseas to gain knowledge, a different form of learning, different form of knowledge by doing different courses, studying for, going for higher education abroad, etc. So, once that happens, and then they see the infrastructure there, they see the opportunities there, that is when people get attracted to, of course, colonial mindset and how, systems are in India versus overseas, of course, plays a role. But it's also the opportunities that people see when they actually go out and go overseas for learning. So most of the students who go abroad, the purpose is to gain more knowledge, gain more insights into their systems. But then we see very few coming back, taking that learning and implementing in India, because the attraction of using those learnings within that particular country are much more than what we have here in India.
Thank you so much, sir.